Yo, people, what is going on? We are live, boy. Akeem, what you saying, bro?
Yeah, I'm good, bro. How you doing?
Yeah, I'm all right. I'm all right, bruv. Yeah, I mean, as good as can be, bruv. Given the circumstances, man. Football is upon us, bruv. It's
Yeah, for
La
real.
Liga's what this weekend, isn't it,
The league is now what 2 days away now.
bruv?
And Serie A's coming back, I think, in a week, and then obviously we have Premier League as well back next week. So
Yeah,
the four big leagues are coming back. Obviously, the Dutch and the French league, the Scottish league, they ain't coming back. But you know, how much do people care about them anyway? You know what I'm saying?
bruv. They don't. You know what I mean? That's the reality of it. Like, I thought I cared about the Bundesliga until it came back, and I didn't watch any of the games apart from like the first day, innit? Like, I don't care about it. To be honest, yeah, it's like. I just love the Prem, innit? Like, that's it. Like, anything outside of the Premier League, yeah, like, I'll watch the odd game, innit? But, like, I'm not invested, bro.
100%.
But you say the Liga starts today?
Back to hold on, let me check the. Yeah. So okay, the league is back today. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's right. So yeah, we got Seville versus Real Betis. Yeah. So the games are starting today.
Lovely.
It's good to see football back, man. I think now from here on in, from today, there's European football now, on every single day now for the next month.
I'm just thinking, do I have BT Sport? I think I do have BT Sport. I've got Virgin downstairs. I never watch TV, blood, but I've got Virgin here, blood. I'm gonna go watch.
But obviously the Premier League now, for the first time ever, is going to be on TV on like BBC.
Yeah, they're putting it on BBC and stuff, but only some games, in it, which is pretty cool. So I'm gonna get involved in some of that. For sure, man. For sure. What?
In question.
We got a super chat already. If we get Sancho, how about Dembele on loan? Which Dembele, bro?
Yeah, that's what I'm gonna. You know, with man like Dembele and Sissoko's, you got.
Yeah, they just bear them. You know, like that. It's like rough. I don't really know, bro. But the Liga, it'll be interesting, isn't it? For me, the league's already won. So what are we watching it for? Unless we're scouting. I think it's won, bro. I think Real Madrid have got it in there. I thought Real Madrid have got it in the bag. So for me, like, I just don't even know. Unless I'm scouting someone, what am I really watching it for? I have to be bored.
Well, the top two at the moment, Barca's on 58, Real Madrid 56. So
yeah,
Real Madrid might.
I think Real Madrid are still gonna win it though.
Yeah. It's obviously. I don't know. It's gonna be a mad one. I personally think though, a big factor of all these European football title races is going to be if European football comes back, like as in Champions League and Europa League as well, because that's not even been confirmed. That's the maddest thing. Like we're talking about all these leagues coming back, and it hasn't been confirmed when these competitions are coming back, and they have. And I'm sure they're going to come back because now, obviously, people know German Cup was this week. We've got the FA Cup now confirmed to be coming back as well, which I'm surprised about, to be honest. I'm mad surprised the FA Cup's coming back. So if they're coming back, then surely, I know it's different bodies, different officials, but Europe has to come back then, man. Because I thought the domestic competition should have got scrapped, to be honest. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, bro. Absolutely. It would have made sense, to be honest. And maybe even next season, bro, because next season the league's going to start late. It's like, how do you cram in all these games?
Yeah, but then people are saying the lower league teams, though.
They'll lose out on the money and stuff like that. And I just don't even know, bro. Like the whole thing.
Because another update on all of this as well is that it looks as though, as of 2 days ago, it looks as though League One and League Two are scrapping the season, which is interesting. So the Championship and the Premier League is going to come back, but the two divisions underneath are getting scrapped because they can't afford it, which is another mad one. Because a lot of people don't realize that to even run a game, it costs a lot of money without fans. You know what I'm saying? Without any fans coming to the scene. So I don't know. It's mad. I think a lot of teams in League One, League Two are not going to survive. Do you know what I mean? I think there's going to be a lot of problems in the next year.
I think there's going to need to be a lot of bailouts financially, bro, for these smaller teams. Because how are they going to cope?
Yeah, but that's the weird thing though in football though. The way that they always expect these teams to come out of trouble is the bigger teams to pay for them. Do you know what I'm saying? It's different to any other industry. In every other industry, you get the government to bear, like you said. But here, they're going to get Man United, Man City, Liverpool. They're going to have to do some sort of fund fix the smaller teams. You know what I'm saying?
But you know what the mad thing about that is? It's not even a lot of money that these clubs need. Like League One teams and that, if you gave them £1 million, they're calm, bruv. You know the ones. Like, not even that, bruv. Like, literally, these clubs, you could save these clubs. Like, you can't buy a player for £1 million. You can't even buy a player for 5 million. Do you know what I'm saying? A lot of these clubs don't even need £1 million, bro. Like, to be calm. Do you understand what I'm saying? So, like, it's not really that bad, bruv. League One, League Two, yeah, most of their players are on normal salaries. There's men in League Two that are making less money than us, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, don't get it twisted. There's men in League Two that are making maybe like £5 a week. Like, don't people think that people are playing professional football and making loads of money? That's not the truth, bro. Now, I mean,
League Two, the top 2 divisions, if that. And bro,
there's men in League One that are making £3,000 a month, probably. Like, bro, don't get it twisted.
Even people in the second division of La Liga and Serie B, they're not making nothing. They're making a couple of £100 a week. Do you know what I'm saying?
Some of them, yeah, absolutely, bro. Like, absolutely. Like, even I remember, I don't even know what it's like now, but I remember when I went to SPL, maybe it would have been about 6-7 years ago now, and about the bottom half of the table, pretty much, a lot of the teams weren't even full time. They were semi-pro, bro. But you'll see them playing against Celtic and Rangers, and you'll think, yeah, these men are on dough. These men are on a lot of money, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So it's one of them ones where there might be guys on £500-600 a week in that league. So I don't know. I think there's a lot of misconceptions about the wage bills of these clubs. They're not that high. Yeah. You know what I mean? You could bail out all these teams like quite easily, bruv. Quite easily.
You're right. You're right.
Do you think on the new NBA return format? Rants Akeem. Yo, bro, I'll get back to you on the NBA thing. I don't want to lose my trail of thought. But the financial stuff, I think it's easy to it's easy to combat, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? And I don't see why the FA shouldn't just bail them out. The FA are crooks, bro. They got enough money. Now, I mean, the FA's got more than enough money to just pay these guys what they need, so they're sustainable. Do you know what I mean? So I think that the right thing will be done.
Bro, there needs to just be an association that represents all the teams, which there is anyway. There's all these structures, but bro, that's what makes me laugh in it about football. There's all of these complicated structures where people are senior advisors and executives of these organizations. Bro, this is the point when all of these people who have these sort of indirect roles in football, this is when they have to start showing out. This is where they should be putting the dollars and putting the money to fixing these problems. Do you know what I'm saying?
100%. There's no point having all these governing bodies, Like, what are you doing if you're not supporting grassroots and also the smaller clubs? Because the smaller clubs, a lot of the time, are where the bigger clubs come from. Do you know? Like, a lot of these players started at a smaller club, bro. Do you know what I mean? Even before I moved to Fulham, I went to Fulham, how old was I? Like 11? But I was at Brentford first. Do you know what I'm saying, bruv? It's the League One, the League Two teams. That's where they go. Like, where I'm from, a lot of the teams, they go to QPR. That's where they got Raheem Sterling from, Liverpool, QPR. Do you know what I mean? So it's the smaller teams that do all the scouting, do all the hard work, and then the bigger teams usually take players from there. So if the smaller teams suffer, it's going to affect the bigger teams, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So the bigger teams have to help the smaller teams, or the FA need to help the smaller teams. Because without the smaller teams, like, grassroots football's fucked, me. You know what I mean? Like, that's the big and small of it. Hey, Kamal, to answer your question, no, I've capped my Patreon. I've capped the subscription at £3. I've capped it. I just had introductory offers of £1 and £2, but those are sold out now. But it's capped. It's not gonna go up. It's not gonna go up, man. And I put out my Jay Rodriguez interview this morning as well. So I've got an interview with Jay Rodriguez on there, Darren Bent, Fabrice Mwamba on there as well, and then I've got a couple coming next week that I'm filming. I'm not going to tell you who they're with, but one is a current Crystal Palace player, and one is an ex-Man United player. When did he play for us? He played for us between 2000 and he played for us between 2001 and like 2006 or something like that. So I've got 2 interviews coming for you guys on there as well. Obviously, as usual, you'll get the preview on the YouTube.
Sweet.
But yeah, bro. But
Yeah.
yo, I don't know what they're gonna do, bro. I don't know what they're gonna do, but they need to do the right thing and just fix it.
You know what worries me about all of this, though, where I don't think that there's much is going to be done, is because, you know, even before this whole coronavirus thing, end of last year, let's not forget that Bolton and Bury got basically were going out. Well, Bury went out of business, innit? Went out in administration. Bolton is just about surviving. Like, now they must be done, innit? And what did the Football League do? Nothing. They didn't do nothing for them. Do you know what I'm saying? That was before the coronavirus. So,
but they should, though. Do you know what I mean? And that's the maddest thing. They shouldn't have to rely on clubs in the local area, even though clubs in the local area should want to help anyway. Because again, the scouting of these smaller clubs makes it easier for the bigger clubs. Do you know what I mean? Like, I don't see the point of not having these smaller clubs around. It doesn't help anyone. But the FA should just deal with it, bro. I don't see what the problem is. You know what I mean? It's not like the FA are strapped for cash, bro. Do you know what I mean?
That is what they're saying. For real.
They're not strapped for cash.
It is what it is, isn't it? We'll see what happens. But in terms of that whole Premier League, well, we'll see. It depends if there's a second spike. It depends on how long this is going to go on for. It depends where the money's flowing through from. It's going to be a lot of different factors. But one thing's for sure, as we can see by the transfer news anyway, that the rich clubs still have bank. They still have money, and they're still going to be spending. Do you know what I mean? The gap is just going to get bigger now between the big clubs and the small clubs.
Absolutely, bro. And bruv, Dele Alli, man. Like, what, bruv? I saw. Did you see the video that he did before?
Yeah. So for context, this is a video from 2 months ago now, isn't it?
Yeah, more than maybe
3 months.
Like right at the beginning of the thing.
Yeah. So I've seen the video. I take it. Yeah, like you said. Okay. So what's your thoughts on the video first?
It's tone deaf. You know them ones. It's like some of these men are so far removed from reality, that there was no part of his brain that told him that, maybe this isn't appropriate. Do you know what I'm saying? Now that's all it is. It's tone deaf. But as I keep saying about a lot of footballers, with the most due respect, they're not the most intelligent bunch of people in the world, innit? Like, there is what it is. Most of them are from working class, but not only are they working class, but the dedication it takes to become a professional footballer. Most of these guys don't apply themselves at school because in their head they're going to be footballers. So they're not smart, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not smart. So he just done a typical stupid thing, that if he was just a normal human being, we would have looked at it and said, that guy's a dickhead and got on with our life. Do you know what I mean? But because it's him, man are going to hold him to higher standards.
Yeah.
That's just all it is.
Yeah. And the thing about it is that it's like, what you also find with a lot of these footballers is that, not even just footballers, but a lot of these guys who are, like you said, they're far removed from society in a sense that they've been living a certain type of life for so long. And especially this whole social game, if you're not doing it every day, and if you're not just posting up Getty images after you've won a game and that, if you're not doing this every single day, or even like taking in content every day, blah blah blah, you don't really even know what's right and what's wrong to post. So he's almost so ignorant and naive. He thinks, cool, this is funny, innit? Let me put this out. But if he was a little bit more, I don't know, less naive and a little bit more educated in the whole social thing, and I'm not trying to make excuses for him, he would obviously not have done that stupidness, innit? But I think the biggest problem is not the fact that it was condemned, innit? I think the fact is what he done. I can see where it would be offensive to Asian people, 100%. So to be honest, he should be condemned, whether it's Dele Alli.
And then the thing is, Son's his friend though.
Yeah, but here's the thing. That's the problem is the way he's been condemned and the punishment he's got that I think is a joke.
This is the thing. Like, Son's his brethren, and the thing is, clearly it was dumb, innit? It can come across racist, because let's be honest, it was, innit? Like, it was like the action. He's not racist, but the action is racist. You can see that, because if he done it, if it was to a black person or whatever, you'd be like, that's racist, innit, bro? It was racist, bro. It was a racist action, but it came from just ignorance because he just didn't think, innit?
I think a few people I think a few people's asking what video you're talking about. You know,
yeah, Dele Alli basically with the when the Corona thing came out, I think he saw like an Asian person. He had the thing in, and he kind of zoomed in on like the Asian guy and was kind of like, oh shit, do you know what I'm saying? Kind of like that. That's what it was. And then he had his little mask on and stuff like that. And the thing is, that's racist, bro. Like it is, isn't it? Like, it is 100%, bro. Like it's racist. Just like the flipping. The thing like the thing that Bernardo Silva done with Mendy as well. That was racist, but Bernardo Silva's not racist. But what he did was still racist, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like there's a difference. You can do racist things and say racist things and not be racist, bro. It can just come from ignorance or just stupidity in Dele Alli's case. But the facts are, yeah, he's been punished. Whereas when men are racially abusing black people, they don't get punishment. Do you know what I'm saying? But you're going to punish Dele Alli for racially whatever. You couldn't even call it racially abusing. It was an irresponsible post.
Like I said, that's what I'm saying. The whole look, we don't know if end of the day with the whole Bernardo Silva thing, obviously for me as a black person, innit, that hit different to looking at Dele Alli scenario. But end of the day, it's the same thing. It's very, very similar situation, and they both should be condemned, innit? But like you said, one of the dumbest things about football, and this is why it even annoys me. I saw a message about 20 minutes ago about that, and the first game back that everyone's wearing anti-racism t-shirts and all this bollocks. Yeah, the reality is, yeah, is football is far from kicking out racism, far from it. Yeah, and obviously we ain't even spoken about the whole top level and the lack of black people at the top level across the entire game. In fact, across sport. But the biggest problem is even how we deal with racism when it comes, yeah? Because you're talking about these situations, bro. I looked into some bans and some racism, bro. You get guys like you get guys like John Terry or Suarez, yeah, who done these different acts of racism, whether it's alleged or not, bro. It was investigated for a couple of days, maybe a week. That's it. No one came out and condemned his message publicly. He still carried on playing. He still wins all of his awards. Life moves on. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. When other people are allegedly done for betting, for example, yeah, whether it's Daniel Sturridge, etc., bro, 6-month ban, bang, straight away. Do you know what I'm saying? So we need to deal with the construct of racism in a proper way. Do you know what I'm saying? Otherwise, just call it for what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? I know Bernardo Silva got a 1-match ban, but I think he got a 1-match ban because of the pressure that people put on. Yeah. Happening. Otherwise, nothing would have happened.
Nothing would have happened, bro. Like fans go there. I've been there with Manchester United fans racially abusing Paul Pogba, Anthony Martial. I've been there. Me and Flex have heard it. These men don't get nothing, bro. And if they do get something, what they do? They find clubs and that. They find the clubs a few grand, bro. What the fuck is a few grand to a football club?
Trust me, bro. Let me tell you. Trust me. Me and Rants have been in grounds. Yeah, one of the worst feelings about being in a ground as a black man, yeah, when you're angry as well, yeah, you know when your team is losing, yeah, and a black player makes a mistake,
it's mad.
Something in the background. You are definitely hearing something in the background, 100%. Do you know what I'm saying? That's
bro.
It's different. It's different.
Like, I tell man, you see when me and Flex are on the front line as black guys at football, yeah, not only are we in the minority, but it's like, bro, we're like Ross Kemp blood when he goes into the jungle, fam. Yeah. You know the ones there. Man are putting our lives on the line, cuz. Like, really, because if shit goes wrong, we're the targets, bro. You know them ones. We're always the targets, bro. Man, I got a bullseye on our head, bro. We stand out like a sore thumb, bro. Trust me, I remember like so many times. I remember specifically it was the West Ham away game, bro, under Jose when we got bumped, yeah, and he played McTominay centre back. You see the racism I heard that game? We had Lukaku, Martial, Pogba. Remember, bruv? Some of the stuff I heard in the United end, bruv. Oh my god, it was abysmal. And McTominay made 2 of the mistakes, and all I could hear was the N-bomb flying everywhere, fam.
And think about it. If you're going to say that about your own players, think about what you say about players who are not even associated with your club.
Fam.
Come on.
Fam, it's a madness, yeah? And this bro saying, no, Bernardo's was I don't think Bernardo's was offensive. Bro, in the context of what Bernardo said, it weren't offensive, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? However, that's not for the public domain. Racial banter between friends exists, bro. There's nothing wrong with it. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's had in all friendship groups, bro. It's had in all friendship groups, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? Like, I've dated girls outside my race before, and some of the banter we have is jokes, bro. Like, we'll never do it in the public domain, bro, because people that don't know the relationship you have with that person can get offended by it, and rightly so. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a time and a place for things, bro. Just because you say things, yeah, like amongst your friends, that doesn't mean that you should say it in public, bro, because there's no context in public. There's none whatsoever. We don't know the relationship between them two, man. When we see it, all we see is there's a white man taking a piss out of a black guy. That's all man see. Do you know what I'm saying? So context is everything.
100%. Let's not get it twisted. It's like if you don't apply that sort of context, yeah, people can always just get away with that casual racism for no reason. Do you know what I'm saying? And just say, oh, do you know what I'm saying? You got to put it into perspective. If it's done behind closed doors and Mendy's happy with it, and it's one-on-one banter, then fair enough. But people weren't angry about what Mendy's reaction was, yeah, or what Mendy thought. People didn't care about what Mendy thought. People were thinking, why do you have the audacity and the confidence to put this on a public domain, knowing that is going to upset black people? That's what annoyed people. Do you know what I'm saying? Because he didn't even do it once; he done it twice. He had 2 different slides up. Do you know what I'm saying? And I'll be honest, I don't know if the Bernardo Silva is racist or not. No one knows. But if he is, it is what it is. Do you know what I'm saying? You're never gonna know. Do you know what I'm saying? But some of these, man, who knows? They came from a place where maybe their family and their people are racist, or they're not. We don't know. We can't make assumptions, but we can only go by what we saw in it. And what we saw was a bit wrong.
Well, this is it, bro. So yes, to put context to that, Dele Alli is getting a ban for the thing he done 3 months ago. It's the same Snapchat thing. It's the same thing that they're only deciding now to punish him for. I don't know why now they're deciding to punish him and why they didn't.
I think only now because they confirmed that football's coming back in that. And
okay, so I didn't realize that football had stopped after he did that. So yeah, fair. No, I mean, fair enough. If that's the protocol going forward, yeah, cool. But then they need to uphold that for every single player that does something, yeah. Give them a 1-game ban. Because for me, I don't know about that, innit? Like, do you know what I mean? I don't know about that really. Do you know what I mean? The Bernardo one, again, I don't really know about that either.
But with fans being racist in stadiums, though, is there anything you think that can be done realistically?
Yeah, you penalize the club. Dock a point off them. That's it. So if you win the game, you get 2 points. You know them ones.
Yeah.
If you draw, you get no points.
Yeah.
If you lost, you get minus. You know them ones there. Do that. As soon as you start taking points from clubs, yeah, they'll control their fans, bro. You know what I mean? Because fans need to be held accountable. If someone gets a 1-game ban, give the club a 1 point deduction, bro. That will soon sort out all these fuckers. You know what I mean? It'll sort all of them out, including our club, bruv. Take a point off them. Take a point off them.
100%. Let's stop the whole and every fan says it like, oh, my club's not racist, or my club, bro.
Every club in this country is fucking racist fans.
100%. They all have racist fans. 100%. Some are just smarter than others, where they don't say it out loud. Yeah. But I've been to a lot of away games, yeah, whether Man United's been playing or it's been a random away game. And trust me, some of these clubs, when their team loses, a racist football fan is one of the worst. You know what I'm saying? They're one of the worst because they'll lash out. They'll be upset. You know what I'm saying? And they'll say whatever comes out of their mouth. But to clean it up, the only thing I'm wary of is with what you're saying is that some fans might just try and buy away tickets, sit in the other person's stands, and then just do all of this, so the club gets 1 less point. It's just dumb, innit? People will start thinking about it too much, but I don't know really. All I do know is that the fine of £10,000, 15,000, like you're saying, that's not going to do nothing. That's nothing to people. Do you know what I'm saying?
But I want to draw a line under this Mendy thing, yeah? When man are saying Mendy didn't complain, that ain't got shit to do with it, bruv. As soon as you put something in the public domain, it's not just between you and that person. It's to do with everyone. It's to do with, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? If you put a picture of yourself and your missus on fucking Instagram, yeah, and your comments are left on, yeah, then you've put it out there for everyone to say what the fuck they want to say about your photo. Not everyone's going to say something nice about it. You know what I mean? If you don't want people to comment on whatever you're doing, don't fucking put it out there. Do you know what I'm saying? I can't put a video out there and then complain, yeah, when some asshole's writing bullshit underneath the comments, bro. If the comments are left on, yeah, there's always a possibility some prick can have his say, innit?
And let me tell you, like, for what it's worth, like, and I've said it before, like, Mendy's a clown. I don't even respect Mendy anyway for the way he responded, the way he reacted, the way he responded, because with things like that, yeah, it's like he not only did he laugh a couple of times, that's fine, maybe he finds it funny, but then defending him and not kind of, sometimes you need to knock it back and be like, okay, you know, everyone's got that friend or someone that they've known growing up that says some things now and again and just pushes it. And after a while, you got to be like, okay, come on, that's a little bit too far, or calm down, don't do that again. The fact the guy done that twice and he put it out twice, and Mendy didn't even say, delete that, bro. That's disrespectful. Like, to do that, for you to do that, Mendy is a clown.
Yeah.
Mendy is a clown for not even realizing that is going to piss off his people, his culture. Do you know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, is not for, it is for Bernardo Silva to understand what's offensive, but it's more for Mendy to realize, okay, this is funny to me, but you know what?
To my people,
yeah, to the millions of people watching, that's not even fun. And if I cared about Mendy, if I cared about Bernardo Silva like I said I would have DM'd him on WhatsApp and I would have said, delete the thing quick. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously you don't care. Obviously you just didn't think about it enough. That's it.
Yep.
So Mendy, anyway, but Mendy is what it is, isn't it? He's a character, he's a joker. That's what he is, isn't it?
Exactly, but I don't take most of them man serious. Most of them French man, yeah, that was straight in their hair and that, I don't take them serious anyway. you know, like that.
Yeah, but drop.
Don't take man like that serious. Man with them with the permed hair and that, don't take them serious, blood. Them man do what they do, innit, fam. You know them man. Them man been performative anyway, blood. You know them man. Like them man there, fam. I can't with them. You know what I'm saying? So fuck it. Do you know what I mean? Who's this? Daniel Udesanya, bruv? Don't even get me into that. Don't even get me into that, bro.
Bro, what is great media spin though is the fact that has just been forgotten and erased. That whole spitting incident, bro. The funniest thing about the spitting incident, yeah, is that on Monday Night Football, like early this season, bro. I swear Gary Neville even made a joke about it.
Yeah.
On TV, bro. They were having a laugh. They were having a laugh about it. That's it, and he could just move on. Do you think, exactly. Bro? If Pogba done that, come on. It'd be game over, man. It'd be game over.
I don't know the current Mario Balotelli situation. What is it? Do you know, bruv? What's the deal with Balotelli?
He's currently at Brescia, but I think he's looking to move. I'm not even sure about what's happened in the last couple of days, though. I'm not even sure. So it is what I still thought it was. Yeah, so he's looking to move on from Brescia. And people are obviously starting to evaluate his career in it and just kind of what went wrong. I'm not sure if Zarelli is talking about that in particular.
They're saying that he got released or something like that.
Yeah, well, I don't know if he got. I didn't know that. I didn't know he got released. But
yeah, they're saying terminated contract.
I'm sad. It's sad for Balotelli still because he had the potential. I don't know what went wrong, to be honest with you. I have no idea what went wrong in his career. Do you know what I'm saying? But it's a mindset thing, obviously. Like, I know you've been talking to footballers a lot in the last couple of weeks, bro. It's a lot of it's down to mindset. I saw a good video that Kick It Out published a couple of days ago about, bro, beyond skill, you need the right mentality. Not just, you know. And the maddest thing is when people talk about mentality in football, they just think you need to be driven and hardworking. That's the thing that people think, bro. You need to be able to listen to a coach and implement it on the field. You need to be able to adapt. There's a lot of other factors that are like kind of not obvious. You know what I'm saying? So anyway.
But that's what I'm saying, bro. The thing is with Balotelli, yeah, I said the similar thing, yeah, with who was I speaking to about it? But about Ravel Morrison as well, bro. Like the lack of diversity in the coaching staff and everything has a lot to do with situations like Mario Balotelli, bro. There are a lot of situations like Ravel Morrison. When you've got a coach here that's relatable, that can put his arm around you and say, you know what, bro? Like, I know this is this, that, and the other. Like, I got you. Them man don't have that. I'm telling you, if Mario Balotelli had a black coach here to put his arm around him here and get him through some of these things, I'm telling you, like, his career could have been a lot different, bro.
100%.
You know what I mean? Because when he's getting racially abused in Italy, then he goes off the pitch and there's no one else that looks like him. There's no one to talk to. And he's a young guy as well, bro. He was a youth, bro. Especially when he was in England and all these young, bro. Do you know what I mean? And who them man got other than their family?
But yeah, you're right. And it's like, you know, I know someone even said about not putting it all to race. And you know what? Even if you take race out of it, I think that applies to a lot of footballers that have had, like I said, like Pato. Even if we bring race out of it, do you know what I'm saying? You have a tremendous young Freddie Adu as well. They had that potential, and they just didn't take it forward. And you're right; it's about being relatable. And you know what? I had this conversation earlier in the season, and this is why I think a lot of these sort of managers that are not necessarily, they weren't world-class footballers or they weren't incredible personalities. That's why a lot of the time they do so well, because when they come into the team, these players look at them and they're like, yeah, he's like me, or he's more relatable. Gareth Southgate is the most relatable manager in the last 20 years for England.
For sure.
Yeah, you think these men could have related quickly to Sven-Goran Eriksson or Fabio Capello? You know what I'm saying? But Gareth Southgate had an open book. Like, look, I failed when in '96. I know how it feels like as a player to feel like this when you let the whole country down. That's what got the hearts of the whole, not only the fans but also the players, because he was so relatable. And you see the same thing in the Premier League. The relatable managers like Eddie Howe. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like they are more of a fabric than these superstar managers that may have had glamorous careers, but players don't want to play for you. Do you know what I'm saying? Players don't want to learn from you. And Mario Balotelli, I'm upset for, because I feel like he just didn't have the guidance. Like you said, like Ravel Morrison, he just didn't have the guidance.
Bro, when you don't have relatable figures, yeah, because remember, yeah, what these men fail to flipping realize is these guys are children, bro. Do you know what I mean? I've got a 21-year-old brother. Some of these men are younger than them, yeah. They're getting racial abuse when they go to work. Do you know what I mean? They've got the media in their business, all these other things. If you're not telling me that having a black coach, yeah, especially as a young black boy, someone relatable, yeah, don't fucking help, you're deluded, bruv. These guys are kids. You know what I mean? Forget how much money they got. They're kids, bro. 18, 19 years old. Moise Keane and that, getting abused and stuff like that. Are you crazy? 18, 19 years old, and everyone else on your team looks nothing like you and can't relate. And your manager's just telling you to get on with it. And then you're scoring a goal, getting racially abused, and your teammates telling you that it's your fault. How the fuck can these men not go off the rails, bro? It's impossible. So when man's saying, "Oh, don't put it down to race," it's exactly what it is, bro. If man's being racially abused, what is it? What can we put it down to then?
And like you said, the after effects of that, like with that situation with Juve, bro. Even the next day when he probably came into training, you think all of them Italian coaches gave a damn? They probably just said, "You're right. All right, get back to work. Hey, run the lap, bro." You think they put their arm around them and had a sit down, bro? If there was a black coach there, they would have sat him down. They would have gone for a cup of coffee with him, blah blah blah. They would have relaxed him, spoke about the experience, what happened. Even after, and bro, at that point, it was already too late. You could say, because the club didn't deal with it properly. The manager didn't talk about it properly. The Nucci, all of the other senior players did not do nothing. But even the following day at training, bro, who's he got to talk to?
Exactly.
That's the problem. You know
that's it, bro. Like, so
months later, that's why a year later he leaves.
But there you go. But that's why having someone relatable there is crucial, bro. Do you know what I mean? People underestimate. People think that we're just talking about it because we're black and we want more black people. It's not about that, bro. Do you know what I mean? It's deeper than that. It's about relatability. And there's nothing there, bro. And that's what I mean. You see Ravel, yeah? Bruv. You see when Ravel was going, when it looked like he was going down the wrong road at Manchester United, if he had someone that looked like him and understood what it's like to be from where he's from, to put his arm around him, he wouldn't have got jettisoned from Man United and his career could have been completely different. Sometimes you just need that, bro. You know the amount of guys I know that are youth workers and that are my age from where I'm from that deal with young black boys. And they're the only ones that can control them. Only one. When you go into these hoods, yeah, these young black boys, when I speak to them, they listen, bro. When the white man comes in the shirt and track, I'm not interested, bruv.
Mm.
I'll roll up there in my tracksuit and I can speak to them like this and tell them whatever and they'll listen, bro. Do you know what I mean?
And that's what's ironic is like there's so many layers and reasons why there should be coaches and black senior people in the game, and this is even one of the kind of underrated reasons. Like, how can there be thousands of black players in the European game, but then only a handful, literally one handful of coaches and managers to represent them and relate to them? It doesn't even make any sense. It literally doesn't make sense. Do you know what I'm saying? And football's a lot about mentality and psychology. Do you know what I'm saying? It's not just about skill. It's not just about lining up the 11 most skillful players and then any manager with good tactics can manage them. It's not as simple as that. It's about chemistry. It's about the whole psychology of them and how the manager is as a person to how those players are and do they match up. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why some managers, that's why some players need. Do you know what? What I wish Balotelli done is found some sort of manager that could put his arm around him, and maybe it's not too late because I think he's only 28 years old. Do you know what I'm saying? I know Ravel Morrison's got another opportunity, but bro, hopefully it's not too late for them, man. Innit?
Yeah, Rav's only 27. Like, he's still young.
Yeah, Balotelli's still around that age as well, which is mad. Do you know what I'm saying? It's mad.
That's what I mean. So I don't know, it's nuts, bro. But switching to the Premier League, bro, coming back. As we saw in the Bundesliga, yeah, home advantage will be going out the window. The most, I think, the most prevalent result has been an away win, bro, for all clubs.
Yeah, obviously now there's no fans. It's like there is the benefit of being at home. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is one of the reasons why I was always baffled why people cared if football was going to be in neutral grounds or not. It makes no difference, innit? It makes absolutely no difference. So. And now we've got to a point now where obviously now clubs that are smaller are taking advantage of this opportunity, innit? They're taking advantage. So we'll see what happens if it translates into La Liga and the Premier League, because you know what? That was one of the weaknesses of smaller teams, that they didn't have fortresses. Do you know what I'm saying? They didn't have places where you can go to, you're not scared going to a Dean Court. Do you know what I'm saying? Or go into a smaller or Vicarage Road. Like, no disrespect to them teams, but you're not, the fear isn't there because of the crowd size. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or even the crowd energy. Some teams have different crowd energies, whereas now it's a level playing field. Now it's kind of just like it's tactics versus tactics, it's player ability versus player ability. And I know something else we're going to mention is also player fitness versus player fitness.
Yeah, absolutely, bro. Absolutely. And that's what we're going into, like the 5 substitutions, Bro, the quality and depth of the bigger teams should definitely make it an advantage for them, bro. I don't agree with it.
Why don't you agree, though?
Because I'm like, why should they get 5 substitutions? If you ain't been looking after yourself in the off season, that's your business, bro. You're a professional athlete. Like, it's your job to make sure that you're in shape all year round, bro. Do you know what I mean? Like, it's your job, bro. Like, it's a career. So if you're getting paid all year round, they don't stop paying you, They don't stop paying you in the summer, bro. Like, you get paid every year, blood. You don't get paid up until flipping June, and then you don't get paid till you go back to work, bro. You get paid all year. So you should be fit all year.
100%. Like, you know what? Like, I always like to compare football to other sports and also compare it to everyday life, innit? The normal, what the normal people need to work at. If you compare it to other sports, bro, when boxing comes back, it's not going to be one of them ones where it's like, oh, let's give everyone an extra 3 months or something to fitness, or let's make the round shorter. Do you know what I'm saying? That ain't going to happen. Do you know what I'm saying? It's back to how it was before. You should have kept yourself fit during the periods of these last 3 months with coronavirus. Same goes to every other sport, innit? And if you look at normal day life, bro, if I went back to work now and I worked in an IT company, they're not going to suddenly say, all right, we're gonna come in later. Come in. Do you know what I'm saying? They're not gonna start shifting the rules. Come in later, do less work, and you're gonna get paid the same amount. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or let someone half do your work because you need to kind of relearn and redo what you learned when you were working before. They're not gonna do that. So why is football any different? you know
it's dumb, bro. It's dumb.
Make sense. But having said that, I think there is going to be a lot of injuries in the first couple of weeks.
Yeah,
and I don't know why it's not happening in Bundesliga. So ratings for the Bundesliga fitness.
I know it's not happening, but the intensity is not the same in the Bundesliga. Man's been watching it. Do you know what I mean? The stuff I have seen, the intensity is nowhere near the Premier League intensity. It's nowhere near. Do you know what I mean? The requirements aren't the same, bro. So, like, it'll be interesting to see if the intensity is still there in the Prem. You know what I mean? If it's not, then we know it's down to fitness levels. You know what I mean? Because naturally, it is intense. But what I would say is, like, when I looked at the table here, we've got bare teams we've got Bournemouth, Watford, West Ham, and Brighton. 27, 27, 27, 29 points. Bruv, that's tight. That's 18th, 17th, 16th, and 15th. There's 2 points. There's 2 points between relegation and 15th place, bro. So all of them teams could go down, bruv. Brighton, West Ham, Watford, Bournemouth, Aston Villa, Norwich could all go down. Then you've got Southampton here that have got 34 points, so they're 5 points clear. You'd like to think that they won't get sucked in, but you never know, bruv. And then Newcastle only 1 point on top of them, bruv. So between 13th and 18th, there's 8 points, bruv.
And that's why you got to be careful with this comeback, because there's teams that if they don't come back swift, they could go on a run of 5 games losing, and all of a sudden you're in the bottom 3.
They just need to lose 2 games, bruv, and it's peak, fam.
And I think trust me, it's peak. Do you know what I'm saying? And that's why, bro, the whole form, I don't know, like, I was always wondering, like, if there's teams in the Premier League that's been more benefited from this break, or teams that haven't been. Like, obviously, there's teams like Tottenham now that are they've gone from having their team, they didn't have any players. They must have like 8 or 9 first team injuries, and now they've got almost their whole first team back in it. You know what I'm saying? But I do think the smaller clubs now, I do think, for the reasons of what you're saying, of the squad size, etc., and how often the games are, I do think this is going to be a mad time now for the smaller clubs, innit? I think even Sheffield United now are going to struggle to stay in the top 6. Like, I can't see any of those small clubs stringing together a mad run before the end of the season, like they could have before. Because I think they're gonna burn out very, very quickly. Whereas the Premier League team, the biggest teams, they can just rotate. Do you know what I'm saying? They don't have to play every game. Firmino's not going to have to play every game. Like, Silva's not going to have to play every game. Even Pogba won't have to play every game. Do you know what I'm saying? If Man United's rolling properly. Do you know what I'm saying? So it all depends. But we're going to
It's not just that. Imagine you're losing here and you're Man City. And look at the man they got to bring on. They could bring on 5 world-class players.
That's it.
You know what I mean? Like, that's going to matter, fam. That's going to matter. The difference between bringing on 3 men and bringing on an extra 2, significant for teams' equality in depth. Significant. We can't underestimate that, bro.
That's why all I'm saying, like, I think this is going to be the most unpredictable end to a season. Like, I can't even predict, because I don't even know how teams are going to come back in terms of fitness.
Yeah.
Teams are fit, which teams aren't. And the mad thing is, I think with all of this situation, no one really knew. There was a period where no one really knew if football was going to come back. And now we're in a stage where I think, 3 weeks ago, they confirmed football's coming back on a certain date. And only since then, I think the teams have started properly training. You know what I'm saying? I know some clubs have been doing at-home training sessions and stuff like that, but I don't think I think there's going to be a lot of teams with players coming back that are going to be overweight. They're not going to have the same right mentality. Because, bro, like I said, it's not just about fitness in terms of the way you look.
It's about your mentality.
Mentalities. A certain man has just been sitting at home playing Fortnite every night. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Which is fine. That might even be a positive. But certain man have been doing up parties, house parties and that. Night. So then it's kind of like, what are you going to come back as? We saw Ronaldo and Higuain, the differences between how they came back. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know if you've seen the picture. Do you know what I'm saying?
I haven't seen Higuain, but Higuain loves to be overweight.
Bro, there's a picture of Higuain and Ronaldo coming back to Juve training, bro. They just look like 2 different people, like they live 2 different lives completely.
But they do, though. And that's the thing. And you know what it is? You see the guys at the smaller clubs, yeah, they tend to keep themselves in better shape, bro. Do you know what I mean? Because they tend to even work harder, bro. When you look at these smaller clubs, bro, that these man, a lot of the reasons why they beat certain teams because they just outwork them. It's just fitness, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? So, like, even when I spoke to Jay Rodriguez, like, he even said, like, they had fitness programs. They were given certain training drills to do, and he was going down to like a field and that. They gave him cones, bag, everything, and he was doing work, bro, the whole time. He didn't have no days off. He was still training the same number of times a week he would have been. It just wasn't obviously as intense because he wasn't training with his teammates. But everyone had individual training programs, and then when they went back to training, they were flipping. They had like the first week. He said they didn't even see a football. They were just running, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Getting their fitness up at Burnley. So, like, I reckon the smaller teams will be ready fitness-wise. It's just some of the bigger teams, if their players are pissing around, then we're gonna find out. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna find out the fitness levels between Arsenal and Man City, bro. Because Arsenal got torn apart by Brentford, and again, a smaller team.
100%. The whole Brentford thing, that was banter. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it just goes to show that I know a few Arsenal fans are making excuses about the strength of their team playing and that. But like I said, it just sums it up, bro. Like, this is going to be the era. This period now is going to be the era of fitness, mentality, concentration. You know what I'm saying? And tactics is only going to go so far at this stage. You know what I'm saying? Tactics are only going to take you this far. Do you know what I mean? You need to have more about your whole team than that. Do you know what I mean? So we'll see. We'll see. In fact, on that note, how do you think Man United is going to come back then? Because I know we've got to talk about the whole Premier League, but in terms of how do you think they're going to come back? Like, do you feel confident? Do you feel taking players coming back from injury aside, because that's obviously going to be positive? Do you feel confident that Ollie is and the coaching staff has implemented something where we're going to have a strong end to the season?
Coaching-wise, I wouldn't say so, but I don't care about them. Like, honestly, we've got such a young team. You know them, man. And I think that's what's going to help us, bro. The average age of our team is very young, bro. These guys are naturally fit. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're not like a Tottenham, yeah, where most of their team are the wrong side of 25. Like, our team's young, bro. So because we've got such a young team, just natural metabolism and fitness at that young age, yeah, if you're looking after yourself relatively well, you'll be fine. Like, Pogba's never been out of shape a day in his life. Marcus Rashford, Anthony Martial, all these men are looking after themselves. Bruno, Harry Maguire has been training. Like, on the socials, you can see most of these men kept it up. Scott McTominay was fucking ripped to shit last time you seen him. Like, all these guys are still training.
You're not going to include Shaw then?
Nah. No, of course not. Do you know what I mean? Like, Fred, that again, fit all year round. Most of our team are naturally fit. Do you know what I'm saying? So, because they're young and they're naturally fit, I think that will be enough, bro. Like, I can see Rashford coming back and just exploding past people like he never left, because that's how he's built, bro.
Definitely. Yeah, you're right.
I can see us just hitting the ground running, bro, and slapping Tottenham silly, bro. 2-3-0.
Yeah, it's going to be an interesting one still. And to be honest, it's probably a good thing to have a stronger side to come back to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because, I don't know, them, bro, do you know what I'm saying? Arsenal are going to have a big shock from going from Brentford to Man City. Do you know what I'm saying? But we'll see. We'll see what happens. I know we've got to talk about in brief about some of the clubs in the Premier League, because right now we're getting to a stage where, like you said, the title's pretty much gone. Well, it is gone. Like, the name's etched on the title already, but there's still so much to play for. Almost everything else is to play for. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I think the only other given is that Man City are going to finish second. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Other than that,
yeah,
I think Leicester drop out of the top 4.
But why?
I think that Chelsea and United will just take them out, bruv. Like, they've got to play 3 of the top 6 in the last 9 games, bruv. And we're going to beat them. Do you know what I mean? And I think, I can't remember what other 2 teams they've got. I think they might have Arsenal and someone else.
Yeah. The only thing is, you know what? I would have said that. I would say that I think Leicester will drop out of the top 4 as well. But I think Brendan Rodgers and their coaching team would have made sure that team's going to come back solid. More so than almost any other team. I can see them being focused, sharp, organized. They ain't gonna be coming back like jokers. Because don't get it twisted, there's gonna be some teams coming back and getting slapped up 5-6.
Yeah.
They're gonna get slapped up. Do you know what I'm saying? But I think teams like Leicester, like Brendan Rodgers, he's a different animal to what most people even put respect on. Do you know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
He ain't gonna mess about. And I'll be real, like Leicester deserves respect this season. Do you know what I'm saying? Like I know they haven't won, and I know they're not gonna. I think they're still in the FA Cup. They're still in the FA Cup, but they're not gonna. I don't think they're gonna win it. But I think even if they don't win anything, I think besides Liverpool, I think we said it a couple of weeks ago. I think Sheffield United and Leicester have been they've been the stories of the year, innit? Do you know what I mean? They've been the two teams that have just outdone and quietly in it, not loud. Yeah. They ain't had mad world class players. None of them have them. Do you know what I'm saying? But they've just done their jobs, kept it moving. That's it. Do you know what I'm saying?
Facts. Yeah, but Leicester again. Brendan Rodgers is another one. Top manager, bro.
Top manager. So the Premier League, yeah. The Premier League table. Right. I'm just gonna put it up. So basically, just from bottom to top, just want to quickly for like 30 seconds. I want to just go over each team, what we think, where we think they're hitting, what we think they're gonna do till the end of the season. So obviously start with Norwich. Yeah. Yeah,
Norwich are gone, bro. Norwich are gone, innit? There's no
come on, man.
They're gone, bro. They're gone. They're at 21 points, yeah. They need 6 points just to get out the relegation. And that's 6 points, yeah, without anyone else getting any points. They're done, bro.
6 points, yeah. 6 point gap.
Realistically, they need to win five of their 9 games. Just win them to stand a chance of staying up. They're not doing that.
What do you think went wrong for them, though?
I think they tried to play football, bro. That's what went wrong. The thing is, when you come up and try and play ball, yeah, if you don't have the players, you get slapped, innit? You know what I mean? Like, this is just what it is. It's just the same. The difference is with, like, Bournemouth, yeah? Bournemouth come up, they try and play football, but they can mix it up. You know what I mean? They can do the physical thing. They can do other things. Norwich just got to play the pretty stuff. And against teams with better players than you, if you're playing pretty stuff, they're playing pretty stuff. Their pretty stuff wins 9 times out of 10.
Straight up.
1 time out of 10 when you beat Man City, that ain't gonna happen the majority of the time.
But that's why I always said that that they came by storm and at the start of the season. They were playing exciting football, but bro, that fizzles out once teams work out what you're doing. And like if you have the quality to back it up, sooner or later you can only play that silky football for 5 minutes or 10 minutes of a match. You can't keep it up for 90 minutes. Keep it up for 90 minutes. You need a lot more. Do you know what I'm saying? And then a few nice tactics. But okay, so Norwich is down. Villa. What about Villa?
Villa, they are 2 points away from 3 points from leaving the relegation zone. So really, they only need to win a game, and also they've got a game in hand. Yes, they do. They've only played. Ooh, that's interesting. They've only played 28 as well. So,
but I think Villa's problem is their defense, man. Like they leak. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is a shame. Yeah. But their team, the quality of their defense is not that bad. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, their goal difference is -22, bro. So,
bro, they get slapped so many times, innit? I think they've lost 3-0. They've lost by more than 3 goals, more than any other team.
Yeah, them and Norwich are the 2 worst goal differences, and they're the 2 at the bottom of the league. So it stands to reason that they should go down.
There's no shock in it. There's no shock.
There's no shock there. Do you know what I mean? And then when you look at Bournemouth, who are 18th, again, they've got the 3rd worst goal difference with -18. So again, the goal difference is pretty much showing you, do you know what I mean, where you deserve to be. Yeah. You know what I mean? Like it's so accurate down there, bro.
Yeah.
Then you look at someone like Brighton, who are 15th, they're on -8. -8, you know, to -17, -18, -22, bro. You see the difference? That's why Brighton are going to be safe, because they're not leaking goals, bro. You know what I mean? And that's what it will come down to. It will come down to the defenses, bro.
Yeah. But, you know, sometimes it's also going to be down to who can beat each other in that bottom amount. Because obviously we've got Watford, who just came off the back of a win I think the game before last with Liverpool, and they were almost dead and buried, innit? About what into around the Christmas period, they were bottom of the league easily. Like people were almost sure they were going to go down. In fact, I don't think they were bottom. I think they were 19th. But
yeah,
Watford is one of them teams that always makes me laugh in it because they sack their managers too soon.
Yeah.
Every single time in it. Like, but for some reason, somehow their formula works in it.
Yeah, they sack the manager. The new manager gets them what they need to get always,
which is just surviving in the Premier League. That's it.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying that's the mad thing. It's like for them, it's just surviving in the Premier League. They're not really bothered about trying to aspire for more, or maybe they are. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't want to act like Watford are not trying to do more, but I do feel they just sacked their managers too soon. I think in the last 7 years they've had 8 or 9 managers, which is just mad. Do you know what I'm saying? Something mad like that. But anyway, okay. So West Ham, what's your opinion on West Ham?
I don't even want to say too good to go down because, bruv, we've said that before. You know, but I think that they'll be safe. I think West Ham, they've still got some good players, but I don't quite know what's wrong.
I gotta say that London stadium switch is just a shambles, to be honest with you. That just didn't work out at all. Like the whole thing, like the money, the fact that the fans are so far away from the ground. I don't know if you've ever.
Yeah, I've been there, bro. I was at that game. Remember the McTominay? He booked out, bro. Yeah.
That game, that stadium's just, it don't work in it. The only good part about it is the fact that it looks glamorous from the outside and it's got a big number of seats. That's it.
Yeah.
But it just shows that it's not all about that. And I think that's what's obviously they're one of the teams that's got alongside Newcastle and Man United and Arsenal, where they've just got angry supporters of the chairman. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The owners are hated in them clubs. So we'll see. I think West Ham will stay up, but again, shaky defense. Obviously, we spoke about Brighton already. Southampton. Now, Southampton got pumped. Remember, 10-1. Was it 10-1 against Leicester?
Was it 9?
Was it 9-1?
9.
But at home.
Oh, bro, and their goal difference is still better than Aston Villa's, bro.
That's what I can't believe. And
Bournemouth.
I got to put respect on the Alpine club in it for somehow turning that team around. Shane Long, is a player that I never would have thought would be coming and dumping in goals. Like,
he's a baller though, Shane Long, bruv. He has been for a while, bruv. Even from when he was at Reading, wasn't he?
Yeah, he was.
That's where I know him from.
Yeah, he was a baller, to be honest. But he was a bit like players like him. You know, players like him and Danny Ings. Yeah, once they came off their peak, you thought you ain't never gonna hear from them again, and they're gonna go back to the Championship, and that's it. But respect to them, they've come back in it from nowhere.
You know what the thing is, like with Long and Ings, what happens with these ballers is, they stay just mash work, then when they go up to the level up above, it's too high for them. You know, it's a weird one, innit? It's like they're not good enough to be in the top teams, but their numbers tell you that they are. You know them, man. It's a mad one.
And you know, if they ever go to the Championship, they're cutting up 30, 35 goals. Nothing.
Yeah.
Strange one. Straight. But okay, so then we got Newcastle. So Newcastle takeover is still pending, isn't it? It's been pending.
That's not gonna go through.
That's been pending for 10 years, isn't it?
That's not gonna go through. They're gonna they're definitely gonna stop that.
Yeah. Well,
they'll just do enough.
What, you think they'll do enough to survive and they're not gonna stop? What?
They're not getting the takeover. From what I've heard, that they're not sanctioning it. They're not sanctioning the takeover.
Yeah, that's another madness. That's another mad story.
That would have been nuts, bruv, if they did. Do you know what I mean? But from what I'm hearing, that they won't.
So Mike Ashley stays on. So he lives on, innit?
Bro.
So at 12th we got Everton.
Yeah.
Now Everton, to be honest, is pretty much the underperforming team of the year, innit? In my opinion. Like, what is going wrong with them though? Like, obviously they lost Andre Gomez for a long period of time.
Yeah.
Came back. I feel like they've got individual good players, like, do you know what I'm saying? Lucas Digne. They've got ballers like Richarlison is a baller. Do you know what I'm saying?
He is.
He is a baller. Do you know what I'm saying? But I do feel you got to blame the manager sometimes when it comes to that. Like, because individually they got the man. So what is going wrong? Why can't they string together teams? They should be in the top 5 or top 6. If Sheffield United and Leicester are there, why Everton not there, innit?
Everton's a weird one though, because I feel like with Everton, they've had quite a few managers as well in the last 3 seasons. So I don't know. Maybe they've just got loads of different managers, players in. Do you know what I'm saying? And sometimes it gets like that.
But sometimes certain players as well have been massive flops in it. Like,
oh, for sure.
Like Gylfi has just been, bro. When he came, he was supposed to be their star man in it, and he's just been a letdown. You know what I'm saying?
Who brought him in? Was it Coleman that brought him in?
I don't know if it was Coleman. How long has Gylfi been there for? Has he been there that long?
A couple seasons, I think.
Yeah.
Because Coleman, yeah, like, I don't understand. Like, he was meant to go there and do well, especially coming off the back. And again, that shows you, yeah, how underrated flipping Pochettino is. Because man could go in after Pochettino, yeah, take over a Pochettino team, yeah, do well and look good. But was it really you, brother? Was it Pochettino? You know, like that. So that's it. It's just like when all these come in after Jose, blood. Everyone's talking about United's defensive record, but you just came in after a defensive manager, bruv. Like,
right.
The structure was already in place.
It's completely different. You're right. All right, Crystal Palace. So
the Owl's gonna keep them up, bruv.
I got respect on Roy. Yeah, like, to be honest, he's been, bro. They ain't had a striker for about 5 years, innit? Somehow the chairman doesn't buy a striker. Like,
they got IU though, innit?
They got IU, but they haven't got the target man that
they haven't got the Benteke, innit?
They got the Benteke. Well, and I know that's no disrespect to Benteke because he's still at the club, innit? But Benteke must have scored like 5 goals in 5 years and stuff.
Yeah, but the Benteke that was meant to be.
Exactly. Do you know what I'm saying? And I rate them because they're one of the teams that's had a thin squad for years, no complaints, and somehow they're still managing to mash up teams, innit? And that's even when Zaha's not playing well. Do you know what I'm saying? People used to think that it was just like, stop Zaha playing, you'll beat Palace. But, you know, respect to Palace, they're still managing to grind out wins, and they got a great penalty merchant as well, Mihailovic. Bro, you don't miss. But anyway,
and they had Jedinak before that. He was another pen merchant, innit?
Yeah. Oh, you wanted to ask this?
Yeah, this is a super chat, bro. Why have you not seen many British Asian players in the Premier League? Is it because they're smaller build? They're not always a smaller build, bro. I know some Asian brothers, you know what I mean, that are not a smaller build at all, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't think it's got anything to do with that. I think it's not a simple question to answer. There's loads of different reasons why. Do you know what I mean? Loads of different reasons why. A lot of it's cultural. Do you know what I mean? But then there's loads of other things as well. Because obviously, like, when people say, oh yeah, there's not any Asian coaches or anything like that, it's got nothing to do with that, bro. Like, if you know how much goes into becoming a professional footballer, how much support you need, yeah, also from your parents and stuff like that as well, bro, to get to training, how much money, like all the Asian guys I know, yeah, their parents, if they went and told their parents, yo, I want to be a footballer, they'd be like, nah. Do you know what I'm saying? They'd be like, hell no, you're going to be a doctor, you're going to be a this, that, and the other, bro. Like, for your parents to be buying you football boots, dropping you to training, you know, you have to fully support your child, yeah, behind what they want to do. And a lot of the time, the parents are just like, nah, I'm not feeling that. And it's the same with a lot of my African friends as well. It's the same.
Yeah, and I think, you know what, it just shows it's the same struggle black people are going through from a perspective of like the lack of black managers and black execs, but in this case, footballers with Asians, yeah, is the same thing. There's not enough examples. So a lot of these young Asian kids are growing up kicking ball. They're still just as good as white kids or black kids, but because they don't have those examples, those shining examples, they don't have people to look up to. Do you know what I'm saying? Because they don't have the players to look up to, that means they're likely to maybe do another sport or just not take it seriously. Do you know what I'm saying? Which is a shame. So I would like to see more Asian players in the Premier League, 100%. You know what I'm saying? It would be nice to see more of them.
What's STEM, bruv? It says culture.
I don't know what STEM is.
I'm guessing it must be something to do with like just academics and that.
Yeah.
And that's what it is, though. This is a cultural thing. It's not because some of them ain't good enough, bro. Because I know some ballers, bro. Like, do you know what I mean? And not just Asians as well. Like, I know like a lot of like Somalian, like Eritrean. These man, they're ballers, bro. Like, I know some I know like Moroccan ballers and stuff like that here. You never see them playing for England or anything like that, bruv. And again, it is to do with lack of representation. Again, because these white coaches ain't gonna pick them up. But me as a black man, I grew up around all these men. So if I see like a wavy like Arab baller, because I know loads of them, like Moroccan brother or whatever, well, I'll scout him. But
that's what you got to realize is also that's why it's so much about representation. It's also about it's about examples at a higher level. Do you know what I'm saying? Because let's not get it twisted. 10 years ago, if a team came across like a random Moroccan baller, do you know what I'm saying, or Egyptian baller, let's say, yeah, you ain't gonna, or Algerian baller, you'll just be like, oh, maybe I'll bring him in, maybe not. Do you know what I'm saying? They probably might end up being dead or some half-baked player. Now, if you came across them, people think that could be the next Mo Salah. That could be the next Riyad Mahrez. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because now there's examples.
Exactly, and that's why in those players in those countries are saluted. Do you know what I'm saying? So much because they know the officials and the people in that area know Mo Salah is much more than just a player in his country. He can manifest and he can influence so many young kids to play, and that's the whole thing that we were saying about black managers. Do you know what I'm saying? We need that to happen so black footballers leaving the game and black coaches can look up and be like, you know what? There's 5 Premier League managers that are black now. Okay, I think I can do that. Do you know what I'm saying?
Well, there you go. That's why I never even, like, I got my level 2. I've never even thought about coaching because I know that what's the point? Do you know how expensive these coaching badges are? Like, it's like 12 grand for a UEFA B or something like that. And a lot of the time, the clubs pay it for the players while they're still there. I would never spend 12 grand of my own money to do a UEFA B course just so I could not get a job in football. Fuck that. Do you know what I mean? There's no way, bruv. I'd rather spend 10 grand on a holiday. You know what I'm saying? And look, oh yeah, science, technology, engineering, maths. Exactly. So it's a cultural thing. If your parents don't support you, yeah? If your parents don't support you in this, are willing to take you to training, buy you your football boots, go to your games and stand out in the rain with you, you're not going to make it, bruv. I mean, you're not going to make it. It takes a lot of support from your parents, bro. Like I used to get the train to South London. I'm from Northwest. When I was going to Fulham, like I had to get the train to South London on my own, bruv. At 11. You know them ones there, like that's what I had to do on my own. Like, so it was one of them ones where like it's a lot of dedication, bro. Do you know what I'm saying?
Definitely a culture thing, 100%.
Yeah, so it's 100%. I think it's a culture thing. Do you know what I mean? I don't think it's just an ability thing. I think ability might have something to do with it. But saying that, yeah, again, how big is the game of football in terms of how it's played, yeah, in these cultures compared to other cultures? I know that in black culture, yeah, that football is one of the number one games, especially when you go around in all over Africa. That I don't think there's a bigger game than football in Africa.
No.
There you go. When you go to Jamaica, yeah, other than sprinting, athletics, everyone plays football. Everyone plays cricket as well, but everyone loves football. Do you know what I'm saying? Like in India, we know that cricket's the number one sport. We know that, innit? Do you know what I mean? It's just like when you go to the United States, football's not their number one sport. It's not, and you can tell because the national team ain't that good compared to where they would be if it was. Do you know what I mean? So there's loads of different factors. There's loads of different factors. I don't think there's one thing. You know what I'm saying? They're saying football's the biggest sport in Arab countries. Yeah, maybe so, but how long have they actually been playing football though? Because their domestic leagues are poor. They're very poor. Do you see what I'm saying?
But that's why it's about so many different. There's so many factors. You know what I'm saying? It's about structure. It's about how easy it is to get into it. It's about examples. You know what I'm saying?
See, he's saying football's not big in India, but Indian football teams play a lot of money, bro. Because I spoke to people in India, and I remember there was a few English coaches over there.
I swear Ryan Giggs went over there, or was it Indonesia?
What? No, it might have been India, bro. Like there was some of these guys that went over to India. Who was over there when I was speaking?
Yo. Yeah, I think I don't know what happened to the stream. Yo,
Yo, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you now. Yeah.
Yeah, with India, there's been some big names that have gone over to India to play football, and they pay a lot of money. Roberto. Yeah, there's money in India still, and they've been bringing people over.
But we'll see. Like I said, there's a lot of things, man. The money. Sometimes a lot of these countries try to pump a lot of money into the sport to get people to big players to come over, and for younger players to stay in that country as well instead of leaving the country and going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? That's why.
This is another thing. Look at that. Look at the amount of money you can make. Yeah. In the Middle East playing football, bro. Why would you leave, bro, to get better? You just wouldn't. That's why they bring players over, and you see that like people like Pavel Nedved and that Xavi and them man will go over there to play. The only way of improving their league is getting man to go and play over there. Because why would you leave? Listen, if I could stay in fucking thing, bro.
Yo, now I can hear you.
Yo, can you hear me? Yeah.
Yeah, now I can hear you. Yeah.
Why would you go to Europe if you're making 30 bags at home, bro?
It's true. There's a lot of factors, and even this conversation has made me realize that there's so many different things that come into it. Do you know what I'm saying? And this happens in every sport. Do you know what I'm saying? Not just football. Do you know what I mean? And that's why some sports are only big in certain countries, and it will never ever get big in another country unless there's a whole structure rechange. You know what I'm saying? That's just the way.
Absolutely. That's why when people. For fuck's sake, man.
But now it's back to normal. Yeah.
Yeah, but you can't simplify it. There's not one reason as to why these things happen, bro.
I remember people asking that question about even about basketball when they were saying, "Oh, why can't any country get good at basketball like Americans?" You know what I'm saying? Like the NBA. Why can't, however much they try, why can't they just when they play any all-star teams in the NBA,
whacked?
They get wiped. You know what I'm saying? So
they don't have the infrastructure, brother. Not only do they not have the infrastructure, they don't have the history of playing it for as many years. Do you know what I'm saying? Like when you look at how the collegiate system's set up in the United States, you can't compete with the United States in any other country at any sport that they make a priority because they put so much money into it. The grassroots, everything is just patterned in such a way that they're so far ahead of you, bruv. By the time these guys leave college, they're used to playing in front of 60,000, 70,000 people, bruv.
Trust me. Let's not get twisted. Some of them college basketball teams will slap up the best teams in the world in
Europe. Oh yeah. Easy. You know what I mean? Because you get the odd like good baller that comes from Eastern Europe. They've got some good players there as well that might come into the NBA. But you get these Serbian teams and that you put them against some of these collegiate basketball teams, they're getting whacked, bro. These big men are getting served, bro, by these 16, 17-year-old fucking giants in America. Yeah. Bro, it's different, bro. You know what I mean? Now, when you see March Madness and that, and you see all these guys from all these other college, bro, it's different. Do you see what I'm saying?
Them 16-year-olds, not only can they play, they've even played in front of 20,000 as well. They've played in front of big NFL and American football and basketball players, even at 17, 18-year-olds, have played at a stage that even some 30-year-old man have not played at. Do you know what I'm saying? In Europe. So the differences are huge, and that goes for every sport. That's why in England, they focus on a few sports. They do it really, really well in it. But there's a lot of sports they're not good at.
But that's what I mean. Look at that. USA Sevens rugby. Look how good they got it out of nowhere. Because the infrastructure was already there from playing American football.
Yeah, the US take sports seriously. They don't mess about.
But that's it. As soon as the guys weren't good enough to play NFL, they were like, go play rugby. And they just murked it. Because they already had the athletic base. You see what I'm saying? So the infrastructure in the US makes it so that anything they take seriously, they're going to flourish. And that's just how it is. And the grassroots and that here, it's improving. It never used to be good. It's getting better. So that's just it. There's not one reason as to why with certain ethnic backgrounds, like it's not one reason, bro. There's so many different reasons as to why Asian players aren't really here. But if there was more diversity in the coaching staff, for sure, it would help, man. Because a lot of the Asian boys that I know that are good at football, that grew up in the underprivileged backgrounds, who are they growing up with? They're growing up with people that look like me, bro. But there's no coaches that look like me.
No coaches, there's no players who made it. And bro, that's what it is sometimes. Like, do you know what I'm saying? I remember I was in school. There was one brother who was just mad good at tennis. Do you know what I'm saying? He was just mad good. And I remember him, he was just like, there ain't no black tennis players. Do you know what I'm saying? At the time, do you know what I'm saying? There's only been a handful in the history. Obviously now there's quite a few.
And it's not because they're not good either.
Bro, it's just like it, so you just think, raw, I haven't got any chance. Do you know what I'm saying?
It's the money though. It's the money. I'll definitely make my kids play tennis, bro. 100%. Because I know athletically my kids are gonna wipe out these youths here, bro. You know, when you look at tennis and that, the reason why Andy Murray got to the top is because his athleticism, bro. He's a good tennis player, but he's quite a good athlete. Take away all the injuries and that. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of black tennis players that, bruv, like honestly, just being a good athlete in tennis is a big thing, you know.
Look at Serena Williams. The power is not even close. The women can't even get that power. You know
she's got the power. She's serving at speed, in between the male and the female speed, innit? Obviously, her serving speeds in the male game are not high. Do you know what I'm saying? But in the women's game, they're surpassing that. Do you know what I'm saying? And if you can make someone play an extra shot because you can get to it, that's what Rafa Nadal does well. Do you know what I mean? And a lot of Rafa Nadal's game was just power. A lot of it was just athleticism and power. You see what I'm saying? So if you're a good athlete, do you know what I'm saying? That's a good portion of the game you got there covered. You know, like that. Because if man can't return your serves, it don't really matter what goes on after that.
It's true.
You know, the one's there. So when you look at it, tennis is a white, upper class, middle class sport, bro, in this country. The reason why you don't see black or any ethnic people playing tennis is because it's the money. That's all it is.
Let me ask you, based on all these factors, whether it's money, whether it's the structure, whether it's the opportunity, looking at it 2020, if you had let's say you had like a 5-year-old son now, like literally right now in 2020, which sport and why would you want them to go into?
Tennis.
You say tennis?
I'd put him in tennis because I know, that like he ain't gonna be competing against too many man, bruv. Like with football, it's different, Ruben.
Yeah.
Like I know, like athletically, I know genetically, like I'm in a good place, bruv. You know them ones, and I know that I'd have a very strong offspring, bruv. Do you know what I mean?
People saying swimming.
Yeah, but again, how much money do you get for swimming, bro? Do you know how much money tennis players make?
Yeah.
You know them ones there, bro.
Yeah.
That who are they competing with athletically on the levels of like flipping like a thoroughbred Jamaican, bruv? No one. You know, like that. No one. Who they competing with? You know, like that. When I'm playing,
but when you come across that though, then sometimes a lot of sports where there's not a lot of competition because there's not in terms of black people in it. Maybe sometimes there's a reason in terms of systematic racism.
Of course, but saying that, the difference is, the difference with that is with tennis, if you got the money, it doesn't matter. If my youth is clarting up everyone's youths, 6 love every week, you can't not pick him. You can't. You have to pick him for the nationals when he's blasting everyone out. Do you know what I'm saying? Same with my daughter. Do you think the Williams sisters got through because people like them? They were from Compton, rude boy. They got through because they were clapping everyone. Do you see what I mean? Like, there's nothing you can do, bruv. Like, he had them training.
Shout out to their dad and their parents.
Bruv. When you know the story of the Williams sisters, he was paying gangsters, to not be on the tennis courts because their man used to deal drugs on the tennis courts and they used to have shootouts there, and that's how they lost one of their sisters. One of their sisters got caught in a shootout.
Yeah.
You know them, man. So they're from Compton. The dad was actually paying gangsters, not to be around when he was training them, bro. They grew up in a proper underprivileged area. But the facts are, they broke through because they were smashing people up, bro. With football, it's not like that. You know what I'm saying? With football, you're competing with millions of other youths, Everyone's got access to a football, because you can just buy a little £6 football from Sports Direct, blood. Do you know what I mean? Then someone comes to your school, picks you up, bro. I got scouted at Brentford at school. Like, they used to come to my school once a week and look for players, bro. Because I was in West London anyway. In tennis, it's not like that. Tennis, you buy your way into the thing. So if I had the peas,
people are shouting saying that it's expensive.
Yeah, of course it is. But I'm saying, that like my kids aren't gonna grow up the way I grew up. You know, them ones there. My kids are gonna grow up in middle class, bro. My kids are not growing up like me, bro. You know, them ones there. No. Yeah. My kids are growing up and having everything I didn't have, bro. You know, like that. So that's what I mean. Fuck the money. You know what I mean? I'll put them somewhere and they'll just mash up the place, bro. Do you know what I mean? Put a black dude in tennis.
100%. Like, don't get twisted. We all know, innit? We know the way that the system is and the way that they make these sports hard for people who don't have money to get to, even though if they have ability. And that's the mad thing. That's the sad thing about it. Same goes for F1 and motor racing. Do you know what I'm saying? You need to have peas. Do you know what I'm saying? Like Lewis Hamilton's dad dropped every dime he had on.
He remortgaged his house, bro.
I'm saying exactly the mad thing. And these times he's doing that. Do you know what I'm saying? Man like Hulkenberg and all of these other people who use against, bro. They were living in Monaco. They had peas. Do you know what I'm saying? Do you know what I'm saying? So it's different lives they were coming from, but they made it difficult to get to. Do you know what I'm saying? But obviously, once he got to it, his ability showed.
Bro, imagine if Marcus Rashford was a tennis player. Who's beating him, blood? Look at his athleticism. It's a joke, fam. Look at the speed and the power that he's got and how lean he is and everything. And he's 6'1". Bro, if Rashford was really out there and he'd played tennis, like from a youth, the way my man's built athletically, he's clotting up everyone. Are you mad? There's no one that even looks like Marcus Rashford in tennis, bro. Imagine if there was, though. Do you understand what I'm saying?
There needs to be in the future.
Well, there you go. So that needs to be my son, blood. If I have a son, I'm saying, well, you're playing tennis, Reed, boy. Clock these man up. Like, my man's talking about Lewis Hamilton as well, Like, Lewis Hamilton, the reason why Lewis Hamilton drives the way he drives is because he said he drives like he's got a chip on his shoulder, blood. He even said he used to get bullied when he was a youth, blood, because he was the only black guy. He got racially abused. His dad sent him to karate at like 7 because he was getting beaten up, bro. And he said, every time I'm in the car, I remember that.
100%. And don't get twisted. In F1 and tennis specifically, bro, like, listen, you can see even as of a couple of years ago, you can see the racism that still lies in the game with the Williams sisters. Do you know what I'm saying? And Lewis Hamilton and the Williams sisters ones are the worst, especially Serena, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? People trying to say she's not even a woman and all this nonsense. Do you know what I'm saying? Because cutting up people so much. Do you know what I'm saying? So people are not used to it, but that's the game that you play, and respect to them for being examples. Do you know what I'm saying, in that field?
Man's talking about Gael Monfils here. Nah, Gael Monfils is too inconsistent, though. He's not consistent. I'm saying if he played at that level consistently, he'll be up there, bro. It's just like Joe Wilfred Songa as well, bro. If he was consistent, he's a top 5 tennis player in the world. Because I've seen him beat up some good players, but then he'll lose the next game.
Job is different. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, you can't just have the athleticism. You need to have the mentality as well.
Yeah.
And some players are just happy being on the circuit, making a couple of $100 bags a year, living life. That's it.
Yeah, absolutely, bro.
Not everyone wants to be a legend. That's what is a like kind of a myth in sport. Everyone, you think that when they're playing and you're shouting at them from the stands, bro, not every one of these men care about being one of them.
They don't. They just care about making a wage.
Yeah, and even in the Man United team, we got players like that. Don't get twisted.
Luke Shaw, bro. You know the ones there. Luke Shaw. I keep saying it all the time. Does he look like a player that wants to be the best left back in the world? No. He's just happy for playing for Man United, bro. Picking up my money. I'm a professional footballer.
Straight.
You know what I'm saying? You look at the way Rashford takes care of himself, the way flipping Pogba takes care of himself, bro, and other guys, bro, compared to him. Even Victor Lindelof, bro, was doing extra work with Paul Pogba in the lockdown, bro. Where was Luke Shaw's videos of him running around with the man them? There was none. Because he was at home eating, blood. You know what I mean? Like that's just how it is, bro.
That's
What I mean? Even Scott McTominay, bro, extra work. Where's the Luke Shaw extra work? No extra work, bro. Man's always in IB for every fucking summer, bro.
Yeah, straight.
You see what I'm saying? So nah, bro. Like in every sport,
doing up the cans and that.
There you go. Not in every sport, someone's got the right mentality to be elite, innit? You know what I mean? So I think that's very important for people to realize. And going to the top of the table, how do you see it finishing then, Akeem?
So, boy,
we've got Wolves on 43, yeah? Sheffield United on 43, United on 45, Chelsea on 48, bruv. So even between them, yeah, there's 5 points between 7th and 4th, blood.
So what? Are you not going to include
Tottenham are on 41. They can fuck off, mate.
Boy, I'll be honest. This the way I'm gonna say the top. I'm gonna say the top 10. The way I think it's gonna.
You reckon 39, Burnley and 39, yeah. Arsenal are in 40, Tottenham are in 41.
Yeah, so I'm gonna say it's gonna be Liverpool first, City second, obviously. And actually, I say obviously, City are only 4 points clear of Leicester, but they'll be second. Yeah. Third is gonna be, I think, United in it. I think we can get third. You know
so do I.
Yeah. Fourth. I'm going to say, you know what? I'm going to say it's going to be between Chelsea and Spurs. But believe it or not. And the only reason I'm saying that, is because I'm not sure about Chelsea's form, innit? Like, they are a bit shaky. They're one of them teams that can win 2 in a row and then lose 3. Do you know what I'm saying? I don't know about their form still. So, and after that, after 4th and 5th, Chelsea and Tottenham, I think it's then going to be 6th Wolves. I think it's then going to be 7th Arsenal. And then after that, whatever. I think Arsenal are just done for, innit? Do you know what I'm saying? What's your top 7? I know I said top 7.
I think United, City, Liverpool, City, United, Chelsea, Leicester.
Oh yeah, bro, I completely missed Leicester still.
Tottenham. I think Tottenham finished 6th, and then 7th will be Wolves.
So where's Arsenal?
I don't know. Wherever, innit? 8th or 9th.
Arsenal might get dragged into a mid-table scrap.
I think Arsenal finish 8th, bro. I think Arsenal finished 8th behind Wolves.
Yeah. But the mad thing is, this is where Man United's got to be careful, you know. Like, if we don't come back starting good in 2 or 3 games, we could be looking in them 7th and 8th positions. Do you know what I'm saying? Yeah. And then Chelsea will be gone. That would be it. Do you know what I'm saying? So Man United still, let's not get it twisted, bro. It's still not rosy for United, innit? We got to win practically every game. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we do, and we should, bro. Like, when you're looking at it, with the players that we've got, everyone's fit. There's no excuses now, bro. Just beat everyone, innit? And then go have your holidays.
Yeah, and hopefully Ollie don't come with no stupid tactics. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, anyhow, like, what he chooses the first game will tell me all about Ollie, innit? Honestly, if he does a fuckeries in the first game, my head will be lost for the rest of the season.
What? Yeah, because I'm hearing people saying maybe Pogba should start from the bench and that. Come on,
bruv. If United start Pogba and they lose, it's not because they started Pogba, it's because they're shit. There's no way that Pogba not playing makes the side stronger in any way. So if anyone's got any clever ideas about not starting Pogba, you can fuck off in it. You know, like that. You can fuck off. I'm not here.
Saying he's because Man United was on a good run without him, they should play the team that was on a good run before.
They were on a good run because he was out. They were just on a good run. Make no mistake of it. That good run becomes a better run if he plays, bro. You know what I mean? He never makes our team worse. There's never a situation where that could even be the possibility. Do you know what I mean? So fuck all of that. Do you know what I mean? It's Pogba, Bruno, and someone else. You know what I mean? And the third player needs to be the man in United for me.
Well, it depends. If we're talking about Tottenham, then boy, yeah, you're right. But we've got a good team. That's what I'm saying. We've got a good team. Do you know what I'm saying?
We've got a very good team.
The reality is it's just all about now the tactics, to be honest, because we got a full strength team. We just need to have the tactics and the mentality to carry it through. And what we do in that midfield, because I've got a weird feeling that he's not going to start Pogba in it, but we'll see. We'll see.
But if he doesn't start Pogba,
bring him on at 72 minutes in that.
No, bro. If he don't start Pogba, a man don't win. Oh my lord, you know, like that, bro. The Ollie out bandwagon will be. Oh my god, I'll be dragging that down through the streets.
Yeah.
I'll be fuming, blood.
Yeah. And let's not get twisted. Ollie's had this whole break and stuff has been good for him still. It's giving him time to settle in. All of the Ollie out stuff has been done. Do you know what I'm saying? Forgotten. But
it's taking the heat off him.
Yeah, but people quickly remember with 2 losses, isn't it? Hopefully that will never happen.
Yeah, it's true. It's true. 2 losses will bring everything back. That's the thing. When everyone gasses about Man United, yeah, bruv, we're only 2 defeats away from the whole season looking terrible again. You know them, man. You know when man are like, oh yeah, but we're 5th and we're just bruv. If we lose 2 games, we could be 7th, and it could just be a madness.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, that's all it is. We're 2 losses away from everything looking terrible and bleak again. So I wouldn't get too comfortable.
I'm not comfortable at all with the whole situation. The only thing that I'm looking forward to is having the best team, the strongest 11 Man United to pick from, because that's it. That's what I'm most happy about. But I'm not confident about anything to do with the Premier League right now, because I think the only given is Liverpool winning the league. Do you know what I'm saying?
Everything else, is changeable.
Everything else is changeable. So let them win the league and do their trophy thing. Just get it out of the way, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They've been talking about this for forever. Do you know what I'm saying? And let's see how we can move on from Man United being in 5th to maybe getting in the top 3. Do you know what I'm saying? And finishing this season well. But boy, who knows, innit? Who knows? Let's see. That as long as Tottenham don't do a job on United. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Fuck starting the new old season. Yeah, back to losing at Tottenham. Oh my god, bruv. I can't deal with it. Deal with Jose, bruv, training man in the park and that to come and beat us. Fuck out of here, bruv. Nah. That can't happen, innit? Fuck Tottenham, man. They're bums. You know what I mean? I look at that team, bruv. I feel sorry for them. There's no way we can't beat these, man. You know what I mean? Like, yeah. I don't see a way they beat us. I don't, man.
It's a mentality thing. Like I said, if we're on job, they ain't putting. No one's putting. Bro, we'll win. We could win pretty much every game but one. I would say even every game to the end of the season if we're on job, innit? But that's what it's going to come down to. Let's not be surprised if there's going to be a few shocks on that opening day coming back. I don't even know. I'm not confident about any result in that. I think even a draw against Spurs is what's going to probably happen, but we should win 1 or 2-0. Do you know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
But our defense, don't get twisted. Our defense is strong, innit?
Yeah, and it has been. It has been for a while. You know what I mean? I think we've got like the third best defense in Europe.
Yeah.
In Europe, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? Like over the last, is it since January? I think it's since January or something. We've got the third best defense in Europe. So, yeah, I mean, that's no mean feat, innit? And even though we have been playing 7 at the back here for a lot of the games, but don't matter, innit? It don't matter. You know what I mean? It's still clean sheets on that. You get me? So, big up everyone that tuned in as well. Smash the like button. Nearly 500 people watching pretty much all the way through. So, make sure you smash that like, bruv. Obviously, Akeem's app is at the bottom of the screen, and also it's in the description as well. So, make sure you follow him up on all of his platforms, guys.
Yes.
And as I said, I've got a couple interviews lined up for next week. Ex-United player, and he was with us between 99 and 2005, actually. So just after the treble winning season, up into 2005, which was actually United's one of our worst periods in recent history, actually. Because that was the time when we had Ruud van Nistelrooy, and Ruud van Nistelrooy only won 1 Premier League. Can you believe that?
I think that was the year. There was a year. What was it? 03 or 04 when we finished bottom of the Champions League group as well.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like that was the period where we had like loads of players coming in and out, and we didn't really win nothing. Because of how good Ruud van Nistelrooy made me feel. Yeah, I can't believe he only won 1 Premier League title.
Yeah, man, it's a shame still.
You know what I'm saying? But he scored so many Champions League goals. Like,
and he'll always be remembered as the guy who came back and slapped up and done Arsenal dirty.
Arsenal after the Keown thing, yeah.
And that celebration, innit? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what I mean, man. Like,
we got bullied up after they were hitting him and that, bro. Yeah, that's the maddest thing, bro. I still watch that. When you watch that, you still shake your head like, I can't believe Scumbag. Bro,
penalty, bro. Sent the keeper the wrong way.
Bro, they were banging him in his chest, in his belly and that. I don't even know if you saw. If you watched the October, you know the October game, innit, when they were in yellow shirts and he missed the penalty.
Yeah.
Bro.
Bro.
That bullying was mad. But anyway.
Man saying Louis Saha. It's not Louis Saha, but I did speak to Louis Saha, so I should find out today.
Was Louis Saha 05? I thought he came.
Nah. Louis Saha was he was before that, but it was in between 99 and 2000. But I could get Louis Saha. I spoke to him, like, I'm just trying to find out if he'll do it. I think he will still, but it's not Louis Saha still. No, I mean, he's not black either, because I seen someone's a Clinton Fortune. So no, it's not him. You know them ones there. So it is what it is, bruv. So you man will see anyway, bruv. You know what I mean? And he works in the media now. So it's one of them ones where, yeah, man's got a couple. You know what I mean? So I've got him, and then I've got a current Crystal Palace player. It wouldn't be Teddy Sheringham. He's a pagan, bruv. I don't like Teddy Sheringham. You know?
And if it was Teddy Sheringham, the first question would be, hey, what happened with Andy Cole? Why you do that to him? Do you know what I'm saying?
That's what I'm saying. So, yeah, it's not them, man. But, yeah, bruv, look out for that. Big up for the support on those guys. Do you know what I'm saying? And you, man, are idiots. Man, say Roy Keane. Again, fuck Roy Keane. You know what I'm saying? So I big up you, man. Know what I'm saying? And obviously the link for all of Akeem's socials and also for mine are in the description below, man. So big up everyone that's watched, and yeah, we'll catch you same time next week.